How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight I want to talk about a former Chicago Bears linebacker and future Hall of Famer, Brian Urlacher, and his criticism of the NBA protests. I am going to read his statement or his comment, and then I am going to talk about it. And I quote, Brett Favre played the Monday Night Football game the day his dad died. Threw for 4 TDs in the first half and was a legend for playing in the face of adversity. NBA players boycott the playoffs because a dude reaching for a knife, wanted on a felony sexual assault warrant, was shot by the police. End quote. Those were Brian Urlacher's comments. You know, one thing I notice about this society now, everybody gets a little sensitive. Everybody's sensitive now. And you know who the ones are sensitive? Are the ones that has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. And I'll tell you why. And it's like they're instigating other situations. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. Drew Brees made a statement saying that he stands for the flag in the honor of his family members. What happened? Everyone got all into their feelings. Mad, upset, made this man go on a tour of apologies. All because he says he respects the flag by standing to honor his family members. Mike Ditka, always and forever going to respect the flag, he says. And quiet as kept off the record. I know he's old, but I think after he made that comment, you really didn't hear much from him. Bruce Arians, he made a comment saying that protests don't do crap. I've been seeing it since 1968. And Brian Urlacher made his comments. And the ones that's actually leading the charge in all these comments are so-called white people who are on the liberal side, who are on the left. They make these comments attacking these men based off of how they feel about certain things. They get attacked over and over and over again. Now, as a so-called black man, I am going to speak on this here. I do not get offended by it. I do not get offended by these comments because these comments don't do anything for me. It doesn't help me and it doesn't hurt me because my mindset is based off of reality, of understanding reality. When you hear comments by Drew Brees, Mike Ditka, and Bruce Arians, and Brian Urlacher, these men speak from their hearts. Just like how we speak from the heart, how I'm speaking from the heart. As a black man, I don't get offended by these things. I don't get emotional about it. I don't get upset. I don't sit up there and say, man, that's some bullshit. I can't believe he's saying that. Man, they racist. I'm sick of the white man. The white man holding me back. The white man holding me down. Man, forget those crackers. Okay. That's how you feel. But that's not how I feel. Just because you and I don't agree does not make the situation feel as if I don't understand anything or I don't know anything. You know, we go around accusing everybody of being racist, being a bigots, being homophobic, being a sellout, but nobody knows the terms of what these things mean. They just throw it out there based off of others' feelings. Like I said, too many people are in their feelings, man. And this is what gets me about these little sports things on Fox and ESPN. They spend more time talking about this so-called social injustice than actually talking about the sports in itself. Sports in itself is already dying. I don't hear any of these sports things, these sports channels talk about the baseball, hockey, soccer. They always talk about the NBA and the protests. They barely talk about the actual sport of who is in the league or who is doing what in their respective leagues. How is the game going? No one even talks about tennis. I don't hear any of these things. All I hear is what the NBA is doing and who is practicing these social justice situations in sports. So every time somebody makes a comment based off of how they feel about it, they're being attacked, being accused of being a racist, being accused of being homophobic, and being name called like you're a sellout because you don't agree with someone's comments or statements. Like I said, once again, man, I just want to talk about it. Brian Urlacher, I don't see anything wrong with what he said because it's based off of his feelings. I'd rather for a man to express how he really feels than somebody buck dance or sugarcoat around the situation and acting like they like me. I'd rather for a man to stab me in the chest than stab me in the back, because I can at least see it and I can have a reaction to it and knowing who I'm facing when I'm being stabbed. I'm not saying Brian Urlacher is stabbing me in the chest. I'm just saying I like his honesty. I like how he said it. That's just how he feels, and there's nothing wrong with that. That young man deserves to speak his mind. It's just sad that people get bent out of shape about their personal feelings. So, once again, all these guys who are speaking on their how they feel, I respect that. And I'm not saying Brian Urlacher is right or wrong. No one is right or wrong in their personal feelings. Everyone is going to have everyone is entitled to it. A lot of people, most people are not going to like it, but it's okay. Just like how I'm talking here. This is my personal feeling about what he stated. So I have nothing against what he said. I have nothing against what Bruce Arians said, Mike Ditka, nor Drew Brees. I have nothing against that. I think, once again, this society is too sensitive. Way too sensitive. Because if you're going to be sensitive like that, that is going to clog your understanding and true notion of what's going on in this society. And we need to get out of our feelings and start doing what's right by respecting others and their opinion. So guys, I just want to talk about it. I hope everybody learns something out of it, gets something out of it. Because as a so-called black man, I don't get offended by things. There's better things in life that I need to be doing. Because we're in the midst of a crisis, dealing with the COVID-19. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people have lost their jobs, being replaced. And a lot of civil unrest is going. So we need each other. Even if you feel like you've been done wrong, just stay the course, be positive, and love one another. If someone has an opinion, respect it. Respect to disagree with respect. That's all I'm saying. Until then. Respect your fellow man, because we all need each other.